Hey everybody, Cousin Jim, going fishing tonight on the Mustang. We are headed offshore out of San Diego. We're out of Fisherman's Landing. This trip is a 22-hour trip. We're leaving at 9 o'clock tonight. We get back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Hopefully we put some bluefin tuna on this boat. They caught 9 of them or 11 of them today, or last night actually, so let's see what we do today. I'm gonna try and make you guys a good video. We got a pile of people getting ready to go.
Last night we had 3 fish in the dark. There was a ton of opportunity today. There was not a lack of fish. We had stop after stop after stop.
And they didn't bite?
Captured 11 fish, I think. We lost 24, something ridiculous like that. We hooked 12 last night and landed 4, and that's on 200-pound line. So it wasn't for a lack of trying, a lack of opportunity. I hate to say it, I think it was a lack of talent.
I know.
25-pound, size 2 or size 4 circle up. Small. Everything's small.
Okay. And that's why you can't land the big ones.
They're not big. It's 25, it's 20, nice fish, 20 to 50-pound fish, most of it being in that 20 to 30-pound range.
Right.
But you can't pull as hard as you want to on light line like that. Yeah. Like, it's plenty, the gear is fine. Right rod, right reel, the right line, you're fine. Right. You just can't pull like it's 50-pound line. You know?
New jig here. It's
hey, so this is a new jig? What's your name, man?
Matt.
All right, Matt. What's this jig?
I have no idea, but I know it's 400 grams. So
it's a 400-gram Rick roller.
Hopefully it works, man. Hopefully it gets bit.
Yeah, the nice thing about the Rick rollers is down here at this end, they've got upgraded line on it and upgraded hooks. So when you hook that 200-pound fish, you're going to be able to get to him.
Hopefully we get bit. Rock and roll trying.
What's your name, man?
Cameron.
Cameron?
Yes, sir.
And you?
Brendan.
Brendan.
Yeah.
You guys been out bluefin tuna fishing before?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you've caught them?
Yeah, I just came back from a 3-day, so...
How many did you get on the 3-day?
We got, I think it was like 15 bluefin. Yeah,
okay.
Total. Yeah, it was a fun though.
What boat were you on?
Intrepid.
The Intrepid?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
How much was that? About 35 bucks?
Try 50.
50?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything you need though is at Fisherman's Landing at their tackle shop. So they're usually pretty competitively priced, but 50 for a Rick roller, that must be the new after COVID price. So every trip starts with getting bait. We got the producer over there getting bait, the Grande next to us getting bait. We're on the Mustang tonight. We're just about to get bait. It's gonna happen. So what they do is they slide it in near the top of the water to the back of the bait pen there. Gentle they are with them too. The most important thing right now is getting good live bait onto the boat.
Alrighty guys, start off by saying welcome aboard the Mustang. My name is Matt. On deck we have Mikkel, Anthony, and Steve, and Lou is going to be night driving. Go over a quick rundown of what we're going to be expecting tonight, going into tomorrow morning and throughout the day. Starting off with tonight, we will have the opportunity to fish at night. We're going to be at the grounds right around 3 a.m. so it's very important that you guys get your sleep in now. Get it in early so that when you have the time to go fishing, you have the time, you have the energy, you're awake. We had a good opportunity last night at right around 4 in the morning. Unfortunately for us, half the guys were asleep and the other half were hammered on the back deck. You do the math on how that one turned out. So make sure you guys get your sleep in. You guys are ready for when that time comes. When we do get the opportunity to fish, 300-gram jigs are the absolute minimum. You're going to use the heaviest reel you have, the heaviest line you have, the heaviest rod you have. Emphasis on the word heaviest. Do not take out your fly line rod and drop down a 300-gram jig. It's not how this game works. Heavy line, heavy rod, heavy reel, heavy jig. Heavy, heavy, heavy. I will say it over and over and over again. When we do stop on fish, we'll let you guys know exactly how deep they are and what side of the boat we're gonna be fishing. Generally speaking, these fish are gonna be right around 180 down to 250, maybe even 300. I will let you guys know exactly what depth they are at. If I say 180 to 250, a great place to start is drop for a minute straight. 1 minute, nothing less, nothing more. Start at that minute. Once you hit that minute, wind up for 10 to 15 seconds, drop it for another 30, wind for 10 to 15, drop 30, wind it all the way back up. Nighttime fishing is very, very easy. It's straight down, straight up. Doesn't get much simpler than that. If you guys are dropping your jig down and your spool stops going out, that is not the bottom of the ocean. That is the back of a fish's throat. You will never hit the bottom of the ocean out there. I promise you. If your spool stops, put it in gear, wind as hard as you can. Two things are gonna happen. Either one, you're gonna come tight with your fish, or you're not. If you don't come tight with it right away, drop it right back down. If you get bit once, that means you're in the right zone. Work through that zone, try to get that bite. After you guys bring it all the way back up, we're gonna reset. When you nighttime fish, it's very, very simple. Start here and start working your way up. You guys will hear it over and over again. Slide your feet left, slide your feet right, depending on which side of the boat that we're fishing. Generally speaking, we try to always fish the left-hand side of the boat. We have way more weight on the left-hand side, sits better in the swell. So generally speaking, we'll always be on the left-hand side. For those of you that might be confused on what side is the left-hand side, you're all on the left-hand side. So get used to it. When you guys drop your jigs down and we are fishing the left-hand side, your first step should be to your right. Listen to my words on this one. Your first step should be to your right. This boat drifts stern first, which means your jigs are going to slowly start making their way towards the bow. Once you guys reach basically midship or to the bow, wind up, start over again. It's a giant conveyor belt. As long as we keep going in one fluid motion, we should be able to avoid all tangles. If you guys do get tangled, please let one of us know. Do not run away from the person that you're tangled with. That just causes more problems. If you're getting tangled with somebody, go tip to tip with them. It is the easiest way for us to tell what way we need to unwrap and wrap the rod. Makes it very, very easy. When you guys get bit, if it is on the fall, like I said, put it in gear and wind up. If you get bit on the wind up, do not lift the rod, do not set the hook, wind through it. It happens all the time. Guys get bit on the way up, they try to swing on it, and they miss it. These fish are coming up at your bait. If they come up at it and you start lifting up away from them, it doesn't work out. You're just ripping it right out of its mouth. Just wind through. Much better opportunity to catch fish that way. So keep that in mind. Going into the daytime fishing, starting off with a 25-pound fluorocarbon with a size 2 or size 4 circle hook. When we drop down to this lighter line size, that does not mean grab your bass rod. It means the same rod that you would fish 50 or 60 pound with, you're just dropping down to 25 pound. With that being said, make sure that your drags are correct. We will go through and check every single one of your drags, whether you want us to check it or not. We're gonna check it. We had it a million times yesterday. Guys get hooked, we had their drag set a little bit lighter, they put their thumb on it and break the fish off. If you put your thumb on the reel, you are doing it wrong. You will break it off every single time. I promise you that. We had a guy put his thumb on the spool. We tried to get his thumb off and he ended up breaking his reel. He was gripping onto it so hard. Don't be that guy. It's very, very easy. Just listen to what we tell you.
Hey Matt?
Yes.
That first box was light, right?
Yeah.
Can you do a quick check while you talk?
Yeah.
Do a light shot? Keep talking.
Okay. Back to what I was saying. We will check the drags for you. Do not adjust them afterwards. It's way better to start off light and then slowly bump our way up if we need to. The lighter rod, lighter line, make sure drags are fit properly. If you guys have any questions on whether your rod is the right rod, your reel is the right reel, whatever it may be, ask one of the guys. This is their entire job. This is their profession. They are very good at their jobs. Make sure that you listen to them. Their job is to help you catch fish. Your trip relies on you catching fish. This side is a little heavier. You can probably fit like 10 more in here.
Starboard's done.
Starboard's done.
10 to
Yeah, go 10 port.
No. Starboard to done.
Like I said, guys, make sure you guys are listening to what we tell you. Our entire job is to make sure that you guys catch fish. We want you to catch them. You guys paid to be here. This is your vacation. We want you guys to have fun. Drink as many beers as you want, except for when you hit too many. That's where the problem comes in. Have fun, you guys. This is your trip to have fun. We want you guys to catch fish. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that you guys have as many opportunities as possible, and we have the best baits, best line, everything that we can. When it comes to choosing bait, this is very, very important. If your bait has red on it, if it looks half alive, throw it over the side of the boat. We don't want it. Every bait that goes over the side of the boat is another piece of chum for that school. When you're picking your bait, the bait that you cannot catch in that hand well is the one that you should be using. If it's not scared of you, why would it be scared of a fish trying to eat it? Think of it that way. Whenever you guys, if you guys go through these wells, you see baits you don't like, throw them over the side. If it ends up empty, just let one of us know, we'll refill it for you. We're gonna keep bait going over the side of the boat the whole time. Whenever you guys see fish blowing up on the downwind side of the boat, do not cast at those fish. Those fish are blowing up on our chum that we're throwing down swell, but they're gonna start working their way underneath the boat. Whenever you see fish boiling behind the boat, on the bow, wherever it may be, those fish are eating baits with no hooks in them. That's a bait that is free to swim around as much as they want. Yours has a circle hook inside of it and lined with it. You want to make sure that that bait looks as fresh as humanly possible. So make sure you're changing them out. 30 to 60 seconds on every single bait is the standard. Anything more than 60 seconds, you're walking your pet sardine around out there, he's having a great time, might make a few friends, but he's sure as shit not getting eaten. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. Generally that bite window is inside that first 15 to 30 seconds. That's your really good bite window. Anything after that, that's up to you, but do not go longer than 60 seconds. If your line goes slack and your bait's not swimming around, just line it up, change it out. It's very, very easy. The more baits you go through, the more opportunities you guys have to get bit. Every bait is a new opportunity. Think of it that way. Every time you change it out, that's a new potential for a fish to get hung. If you guys start seeing that the guys around you are catching fish and you're not, ask the people around you, hey, what am I doing wrong? They'll probably tell you that they just changed their bait 5 seconds ago and got bit instantly. It's a pretty easy game. So make sure you guys going through baits. We have plenty of bait. These 2 top tanks are full. We have an entire bait full of, or entire slammer full of bait. We're not gonna run out. Make sure you guys are using it. This is your bait to use. We're gonna throw over some for you, but this is your bait to work through. This is your bait to use. So use it. It's gonna be very, very important. Whenever you guys do hook fish, cannot emphasize this enough. Follow your fish. It's very, very important. If you start seeing angle in your line, side to your left, side to your right, follow your fish. If you need to go over or under somebody, let them know. If they don't get out of the way, I will make sure they get out of the way. I will grab you by the hips, move you to whatever side you need to go to. Make sure you guys are communicating with everyone around you. Not everyone knows each other. I would suggest start making friends. You don't want to make any enemies on this boat. You guys are all together for 24 hours. Make sure let's make some friends. If you guys have any questions at all about getting, yeah.
What's the best way to hook bait?
When you're hooking your baits, there's 2 things you can do. One is right through the nose, and the other one is through the butt. If you guys have questions about how to do that, come find one of us. We'll show you how to do it. That's a good question. Thank you for asking. But like I said, if you guys have any questions about your rods, reels, getting rigged up, we're here to help you. We'll rig up everything that you need us to rig up, help you out with any questions that you may have. These guys are going to be up for a little bit longer, so make sure you ask your questions early. We're going to try to make sure these guys get to bed. We might be up at 3 a.m. fishing and fishing all the way till the morning. Other than that, guys, good luck. Let's go kill some fish.
Here we go, first stop of the night. Dropping down. Said the fish are down about 300. I've got 70 feet of floral on here, and then I got 300 of blue. I'm down about 370. I should be below the fish. Didn't get a bite on the way down. Just bring it up. See what happens.